Generation Gaming. So it's early in the morning and I'm going to be playing Rise of the Kasai. This is the prequel to Mark of the Kree on PS2. It is a PS2 game, but it's available on the PS4, so it should have nice upscaling in graphics, PS4 style. Shouldn't look too much like a PS2 game. I did play the Mark of the Kree back in the PS2 days. It was a really good game. I never
Gather
finished
round,
it.
all of you who would listen. I have a tale to tell. A story of warriors and kings, a saga of dark magic, a legend of high adventure. Long ago, a series of dark spells were created with the power to enslave our world. Evil magic with no purpose but that of destruction. But before these spells could be invoked, they were stolen and broken apart. Dark and powerful. These words were not easily destroyed, and so were hidden about the world, branded onto the souls of innocents, cursing their lines for eternity. Men are mortal, and time can be the enemy of fear. All too soon we forget how the bee will sting and the fire will burn. As time passed, these families forgot what the marks were for, dismissing the ancient warnings about these words of power. They were merely stories, tales from a long past time. But an evil sect, known only as the Kasai, knew nothing of time, and with infinite patience they waited until their spells were rediscovered.
So the art style and the narration of the cutscenes kind of reminds me of the Samurai Jack cartoon. Okay, so I'm playing on a PS4 controller, so there is no start button. I think you gotta hit the touchpad. Yeah.
One group stood alone in the battle against evil, known only as the Rakus. They watched over and protected those marked with the spells. Their ranks were filled with the greatest and most honorable warriors who gave up everything for the cause of defending those marked. Many legends tell of the bravery of the Rakus and of their eternal struggle with the Kasai. Like these stories, mine begins long ago. But unlike any other that I know of, it also begins with the hero's death. I remember it all as if it were a dream. I, Kuzo, scout and chronicler to the great Rao Utu, flying over a white landscape through snow-filled skies, being drawn by a voice calling my name.
Okay, that bird Kuzo. That bird Kuzo, he was in the first game, Mark of the Kree. This game actually takes place before that, even though it was released after, so it's kind of a prequel, sequel. But Mark of the Kree was a real good game for the PS2. It had a real innovative combat system. You can kind of highlight your enemies and mark them with buttons. So you could mark a few enemies with the square, a few enemies with the triangle, a few enemies with the circle button. Whichever button you press, if you press square, he would attack the ones that were marked with square. The game also had stealth. You could sneak around and kill people. You were kind of like this big Conan the Barbarian type. And the bird Kuzo, that's doing the narration, you could send him out to scout and view where enemies were. So it kind of had stealth, combat, action. It was really innovative. So both games, Mark of the Kree and Rise of the Kasai, are both released on the PS4. With upscaling, even though they're PS2 games. So I never finished Mark of the Kree. You know, I was a lot younger and it was kind of a long game for me. But now I'm going to try Rise of the Kasai, which I always wanted to try because it's supposed to be bigger and better. I'm going to try it on the PS4. Also, Instead of just having the one big barbarian character, Rao, you get to play as his little sister who's like more stealthy, double blade, dagger, rogue type, Tanti. I did play it for the PS2 a little bit. That was back in the days when you could rent games, but I always wanted to finish it. And if this goes good and people want to see more, I'll finish this game, and I might even go back to the Mark of the Kree. The only reason I picked Rise of Kasai over Mark of the Kree is because financially I couldn't afford them both. I mean, I have a baby on the way, and I almost completed Mark of the Kree. I hardly touched Rise of the Kasai, so that's why I picked this one. Alright, with all that out the way, let's get into it.
Tapu Roku.
Yeah, whatever. What's all this? Okay, these must be the levels.
The palace of
None of them are unlocked.
Kree.
Yep, Mark of the Kree. Okay.
Tapu Roku.
So what else is going on with me? I was watching Halo Legends on Netflix. It's kind of a 7 short story anime from the Halo universe, even though I don't play Halo, but it's a pretty good cartoon. And I just woke up. It's very early in the morning. Non-gaming wifey is pregnant and sleeping, so this is a good time to do a video with some commentary. Alright, let's get this started.
Kuzo, it is I, Oracle to the Three Kingdoms, and I am in need of your service. Spirit Guide, something has happened that neither the gods nor I could foresee. Your master, Rao-Utu, is dead. His death is unexpected and has thrown the heavens into chaos. The gods are calling on you, Spirit Guide, to visit the past and relive critical periods that led up to his death. We do not know when or how this happened, Kuzo. All we know is that Rao was betrayed. We were betrayed. 3 destinies are intertwined with Rao's, Kuzo. His sister Tati, and the Rakus warriors, Baumusu and Grizz. Travel with them all once more, rewalk their paths, and discover what has happened. All I know is that it will end in a decision that shapes the future of mankind. Let us travel back to when Baumusu and Grizz were mighty warriors fighting for the Rakus. Let us travel 20 years into your past, back to Tapu Roku and the pursuit of a traitor.
That crow or that raven lived for a long time, man. Jeez. Okay, so I can pick different people. So in the first one, the guy who's dead, Rao, he was the star of the first game, Mark of the Kree. I hate this because I wanna choose both. Okay, let's start as Grizz. I got some good stuff coming up on the channel. More old school games like this. I got a bunch of overseas Japanese games coming up. Got a bunch of superhero games coming up. Gundam games. I got a bunch of ninja games coming up. Some PS2
Many years
emulators.
before I served Rao, I traveled the land in the charge of Baumusu, a great and noble warrior. I remember journeying with him and his mentor Grizz on urgent Rakus business. We were to hunt down a fugitive to Rakus turned traitor called Meibisi before he located the final parts to the Mark of Kree.
Okay, good. I did pick Grizz. Let's go Grizzy Poo. Okay, is this like a tutorial? Yeah, like I said, this game has stealth, action, everything. At least Mark of the Kree did, and this one. Didn't play this one too much. Okay. No tutorial. I can't remember how to play. map screen to transfer your view, so you can see what your ally is doing. Press triangle to return. Okay, let's cut down the music. So you guys can hear me. All sounds the same to me. Let's see. Okay, I thought they'd give me a little bit of a tutorial. I guess not. I do remember from the first game, though, that I could mark people. Don't know what that means. I do know you use the right analog stick to mark people. But you should be able to mark more than one person. So, like square, like X, I can switch back and forth. Saw this. Okay. So yeah, you use the right analog stick to mark people. When it's a bunch of enemies, you can have like 3 marked with circle, 3 marked with square, 3 marked with X. Then bam, you hit square, they go towards that one. You hit X, they go towards that one. Oh, and that's another thing I keep forgetting to tell y'all. You can switch weapons and carry more than one weapon. This game was way ahead of its time. You could pick up the enemy's weapons. So let's see, that's R2. R1 zooms in. Okay, so this is block. So X, square, circle, triangle, I can mark all the enemies. L3 and R3 don't do anything. Directional pad doesn't do anything. Don't know what that means. Caruso. So I haven't seen any stealth yet. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see that little move. So let's again. Let's see. F. I don't. What is? Whatever. All X's, X circle, X square, X circle, circle, X. Is that if you not locked on any enemies? not locked on any enemies. Let's try some of that stuff. When you see one, press L2 to scout the danger. Use the left analog stick to look around, fly to another scout position. See, this was, the Mark of the Kree was a great game. You could literally send the Raven somewhere, send them to another position, look around, see where the enemies was, sneak around. You didn't have to just straight combat. Between normal view, pressing triangle button. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't give you a tutorial with this. I mean, it's been a long time. And that Raven or Crow or whatever he is, pretty old if they're going back 20 years. Let's try this. Okay, how do I make them fly to another beam of light? Jeez. Whatever. Bamusu needs help. Oh yeah, we're gonna try without locking on anybody. Oh, now they want to tell you. Okay, chill out, Bamusu. I'm trying to see how to... Okay. He killing everybody for me, so... Okay, Bamusu, I'm trying to see how to do this goddamn bird thing. What the heck, man? Okay. Fly, bird. Now he's on this one. There's Bamusu chilling. Okay, so this is how you do the scouting, huh? Fly back to Grizz. Okay, so with him it's just more spiritual instead of the actual bird. Okay. Weapons again. Yeah, I gotta get used to this, but yeah, I'll save. Whatever. I don't have a PS2. Takes a lot to save back in the days. Now stuff just automatically saves. So I don't have control of the bird. I just got it spiritually, and there's no camera control. Okay. So it automatically marks it. Even though it said it's not locked on, you can do a combo. Oh wow, that was nice. Let's try. Let's go back to, let's try. Nope. Let's try Fist. Let's see what Fists do. Yeah, we already know. We trying without the analog stick. Okay. Let's go with sword. Come on over here. I'm gonna try something on you, sucker. Okay. X. It's not working. X, circle, circle. X, circle, circle, X. X, circle, circle. X, circle, circle, X. X, circle, circle, X. X, square, square, X. These whole non-being locked on moves ain't working. Alright, finally pulled one off. Now let's try X, circle, circle, X. The big old Bamusu stop killing everybody. Just trying stuff. I need some help. What's around here? Nothing. Reminds me of Batman Vengeance, how you can't control the camera, old PS2 games. How I'm supposed to scout ahead if he keep running ahead like a big booger lummox? Okay, let's try some more of my special moves. X, circle, circle, X. Ah, he ain't even doing it. X, circle, circle. Let's mark him and try it. X, circle, circle, X. Okay, good. Snap your damn neck. Okay. Oh, wow. Forgot I can guard. Let's try some guarding. Oh yeah, and then Mark of the Cree, once you started guarding, man, they couldn't touch you for nothing. I'll be your opponent. Now, oh great, I killed them. Come on, attack me. Okay, I'm trying this guard thing. Okay, they after him. Press the L1 to center the camera button behind you at any time. Okay. X. Circle. Circle. It didn't work. Yeah, ahead of his time. Game had blood and everything. Probably why it's one of the only PS2 games that's on the PS4. I know I was addicted to the original. Okay, that's enough for this video. This video is becoming too long, but stay tuned for the next one, because we just getting started, and I ain't even learned the ropes yet, so it should be more enjoyable as I learn the ropes on this old school game.